All right, this is G Money. Back with you guys. It's been a minute. Now, what we got right here is we got the platinums, baby. We got vintage platinum frames that are so hard to find. You got the LLCs here, which are the first ones. The platinum with the gold. See the gold on the C's there? Everything here has been cleaned and polished. Serial numbers. Then we got here, which everybody thinks is the Dreamer, but it's not the Dreamer. The Dreamer is the same frame, just a little bit smaller. And this would be the Dreamer over here. When people see these two frames, they always think, well, this one is the Dreamer. The Dreamer is the smaller one of the two. It's the platinum frames. Beautiful, man. I mean, these are from the 90s. A lot of the hip-hop cats was wearing them back then in them days. Of course, with the vintage C, black temple tips. Of course, as I told you before, you'll see this eyewear number in between here, as well as the size between the bridge. These are gingers. Gingers are the triangle style temple. Gorgeous, man. These are powerful frames. I mean, you can't even find these. These like this in this good a shape, like almost, brand new, repolished, $3,000, and they worth every penny of it online. See, what people don't realize is that when you get online and you buy a lot of these frames, a lot of these eyeglass frames that are online, people are selling for almost nothing. Well, one of the things you have to look for, you have to make sure that on these frames, for an example, these are the love frames, which is just like the love bracelet. They got the three screws here, and this brush with the Cartier, the black temples. Size is on the side, and it'll say love on the inside of it. That way you know that they're the real ones. Polished, these as well are polished. There's the serial number. See, the older these frames get, you have to look for wells here along the seam, along the nose pieces on the inside and on the front side. You want to check, because once a frame has been welded, it loses its integrity. And that's one of the worst things you want the frame to do, is to lose its integrity. But as I said, these are the love frames. These right here, which we all know, these are, of course, Mustaloons in the platinum. Got the gold here, which they should have. It's got the vintage temple tips on them, which you like to see if you can find them in that shape. These again here are the platinums. And the inside, it'll have the date of it, when it was production date rather. It'll have the eye size as well as the space between the nose. Gorgeous. That is it here, man. That's platinum at its finest. E40 glasses, I call them. Next ones we're gonna go to, of course, are the platinum in the C DECOR. Baby C's is what they call them. Soho is the frame style. Just beautiful, man. I mean, just gorgeous, man. These are the platinums, small ones here. Got the platinum screws and caps all thrown. Beautiful frame, man. I mean, this is a classic here. Back to those Dreamers that I was showing you earlier. I believe one of the new movies that first comes on with Tay Diggs in it and Sanaa Lathan, she's talking about the rappers. Cool G got a pair of these on, you know what I'm saying? Word is born. He throwing back, telling cats on the style, hip-hop. These are pyramid. Now, to tell the difference between the real ones and the fake ones, these are real. All of the real ones in the 90s had a brush finish. Around the eye channel part was shiny. but across the bridge was a raspy finish on it, which means that it's brush finish. Got the platinum ear temple tips. Somalia green is the color of that lens on it. That's beautiful. Now, most of these frames here, like I stated to you, are very, very, very old frames. Most of these are in the 90s and some are in the 80s that they were made. But when you're buying vintage Cartier, like these pieces here, what you want to always do is, like I said, check for cracks. Check to make sure that none of this stuff is in between these wells. Because they may sell to you for $300, but are the nose pieces good on it? Are they dirty with somebody's old nose sweat? Are the ear temples cracked and broke up? Or that you got to replace them? You know, do they have the correct markings on the frames, both underneath and right there? Do they have the correct? See, these are things when you're buying vintage Cartier. To me, I think vintage Cartier is better than any of them out there because they're harder to find. That's why the price makes them go up as high. A lot of times people, they see these frames for, I like to be able to get them and maintain them. Just keep them in their cases. Just keep them in the cases that they come in. Every one of these cases should be able to fit the frame. Just keep them in there. That way it keeps moisture out. It keeps the lenses from fogging or over oxidizing. It keeps the temple tips from cracking. All of that makes a difference by keeping them in the case. Again, this is G with G Money Fashions. Hit this video. Let me know you like it. It's a little something for the platinum guys. I had a couple of people asking me about platinum eyewear, the older vintage. So I just wanted to pull out a few pieces just to show him in the inventory what I do have. If you want any of this, you know to go to Poshmark. Google G Money Fashions, go to Poshmark. And you can see all of it with its descriptions. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.